waiting. Coming to you live on top of a geothermal Bitcoin mining volcano in El Salvador, Bitcoin country.
And we are week number 94.
94.
94.
We are rapidly approaching 100, which will be very close to 2 years of turning up every week to say hello to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today you'll see we're in the Berlin studio again, and we have some pretty flash stuff today. We have Dave, Dave, on the production desk today, which is pretty exciting. So he's waving at you guys.
yeah. And it's awesome because he's going to be responsible, not us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave. Yeah.
So we do have a second camera angle, which Dave he'll get a chance to play with, and this is all practice for coming up to the Bitcoin Podathon on this Friday,
which is the 1 year anniversary of Bitcoin Berlin, which is really what an amazing feat.
Yeah,
incredible feat. But we are going to talk about that in our service this week, so we may as well just get started, I think.
Yes, yeah. I'm just quickly going to, we are streaming live, which is great, just double checking. Our service this week will be the Bitcoin Podathon here in Berlin. It's going to be 12 hours. We're going to talk about it more soon. On the side here, I'm next to the images. You just missed it, but you can find the account. Also down in the description below is a link to subscribe.
Yeah.
As usual, you can find our newsletter down below and a link to our book, because our website is up again and you can book a call with us, and we will tell you about somebody who did that this week.
Yeah. And I suppose I was going to say it's important to know if you do want to book a call or want to buy a book, we do only accept Bitcoin.
Yes.
We live in Bitcoin country.
Yeah.
We live on a Bitcoin standard. And if you want to come to visit El Salvador or come to move to El Salvador, you're going to need to understand, whoa, that's a big avocado.
That's a serious avocado.
Yeah. So it is something just to be aware of, is the fact that we are, we do only accept Bitcoin.
Yeah, because there are shops out there that only accept fiat. Oh, okay. So apparently Rumble's not streaming. That might be my fault. If you want to push you pushed it. If it's not working, it's not working.
Okay.
Sorry to those on Rumble.
Yep. It will come later.
No, it won't.
No, it won't come. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, James. Come on.
Right.
Newsletter.
So newsletter. So every week we send out the newsletter with three things that were interesting for the week, and then we've also got a whole list of the events that are happening in El Salvador for approximately the next month. And you don't want to miss out on things like the Adopting BTC on the side. Remember, you need to book tickets now this week because prices are going to go up at the end of the month. Do you want to talk about what's in the newsletter this week?
Yes.
We're going to keep it brief.
We're going to keep it very brief. Okay, what James was actually asking then is the events that are coming up. Now, look, we have so many events coming up in El Salvador now. Rather than me list them all off now, I'm just going to keep it very, very brief. And you just need to subscribe to our newsletter, and so you can see them all more in detail. So pretty much, Bitcoin Berlin do a weekly Monday meeting at the Bitcoin Centre.
Yeah.
My First Bitcoin do an open home every Tuesday. There's also a Bitcoin casual meetup on Tuesdays in San Salvador. There is the NOSTR Devs meetup, and that is the last Wednesday of every month. The My First Bitcoin, the last Thursday of every month, do a meetup as well. Bitcoin Beach do one every the last Friday of every month. Now, this Friday, though, is really important. Make sure you do get our newsletter to subscribe and listen for our service, because this Friday we do have the Podathon, a 12-hour Podathon, so that's massive. Also, Bitcoin Beach this Saturday are doing something pretty amazing. They're doing a trip down to La Playa, and then we have the Bitcoin Farmers Market, which is this Sunday down in El Zonte, and then the following Sunday will be up here in Berlin. Bitcoiners out west, they do a meeting the second Monday of the month in Santa Ana. And then, of course, there's Adopting BTC, which is in our newsletter. So massive amounts of things that are now happening here in El Salvador. So when you come, get our newsletter so you can see, so you don't miss out.
Yeah. Now, we won't be at the farmers market this weekend.
No.
Because we're short on soap. But our man on the desk today will be. And we switched cameras. Oh, flash. We're getting flash. All right. We've actually got a screen in front of us as well. We're practicing for the Podathon.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for the heads up, Dave. I will adjust my... right. So Dave will be down there, and he'll be doing his pulled pork sandwiches, which are awesome. And thankfully, even though we won't be there on Sunday, there's a Wednesday evening dinner at Dave's place. We're going to be there.
And we'll be testing some of his new condiments.
Yeah, I think there's a new,
he's going
there's a
to be
secret
providing
sauce or something.
Yeah,
in
which
there.
is really cool.
You can only experience this by living in Berlin.
Absolutely.
That camera's fuzzy. Can we fix it? No. Or was it just me?
Yep.
Maybe it's just focused on the beautiful thing in the room, Nikki. Yeah. Right. So Sats shout outs. Now we have a legend in the chat, which is Mark of Bitcoin. He sent 21 sats saying that he won't miss this show, and he's in the chat. This guy, I don't know if you guys know this, but he turns up to I see him in the Simply Bitcoin chat regularly. So to have such a legend from that chat, and our chat is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We look
forward to meeting you, Mark, when you're coming in September, I think it is. So that would be really cool when you come up to Berlin.
Yeah, and you can come and have some of Dave's pulled pork. Famous volcano pulled pork. Right. So that was it. Along with there was a purchase of our e-calls.
Oh yes,
they would be the Sats shout out for this week. Oh, and the Get Alby. Nikki's going to move on to Monday. While
you check on.
I'm going to try and zap our Get Alby.
Okay. Oh yes.
I've cleaned up the design in case anyone's noticed. How awesome that looks right now.
And have you not cleaned up the little Easter eggs?
No,
not yet. That's for that. James has been working really, really hard on the Easter eggs for the podathon. Yeah. So there's some amazing different Easter eggs.
Don't oversell it.
That are coming through.
I'm working hard on trying to get the podathon generally running. Oh, thanks for the live streams, Steve. Awesome. 21,000 sats. I think I missed the confetti.
It was awesome. No, lots of
zaps.
We got the zaps.
Damn
yeah.
It. Steve outdid me. I was only going to send myself 100
so I'm
zaps.
starting on Monday.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so it's Monday's always, as you know, it is a work.
That's me.
That's you. Okay. A work from home day. I also received a whole lot of tallow on Sunday from the Bitcoin Farmers Market, which was amazing. So thanks, James and Kiki, for that. So I had to clean up the tallow. And then that's awesome. I saw that one.
Keeps us on our toes.
So I cleaned the tallow up. I had to get that purified and just sieve it all out, which was really awesome to be able to start making soaps again. We worked on the live. We had our live podcast here in the Bitcoin Berlin podcast studio. And we also worked on a newsletter. And then, as you know, Mondays are our Bitcoin Berlin meeting and here. And Pee-wee and Charlie spoke of all the new opportunities that is now available for Berliners here in Berlin. With the adoption of Bitcoin, just the opportunities that are coming up now is amazing. And so it was a really good talk.
Yeah.
In regards to that.
And even though we can't understand what Pee-wee is really saying, you can see the pride in this guy when he speaks. He is so impressed with how his town is evolving right now.
Yeah.
And it's heartwarming.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had pupusas for dinner.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I realised that Dave is on it. He is moving our little flag here because I forgot to push the clicker. So thank you, Dave.
Tuesday.
Yeah. We're going to move to Tuesday, which is awesome. All right. So Tuesday mornings we have the Berlinesses in Axion meeting. So Nikki and Charlie had an early start. I unfortunately had work calls, so I didn't make it on Tuesday. But we're making progress. It's always happening. And in case anyone was wondering, Evelyn and Gerardo are currently in the Netherlands.
They are.
Yeah. And so they're there at one of the first circular economies in the world. And they gave a speech there. Which is very cool.
Yeah, and then Gerardo was also on a panel. So did you put those links in below? They would have been quite good.
I should have put the links in below. It's a smart idea. I'll put the links in below afterwards for anyone who wants to watch those because they were streamed live. That's a really good idea. Nikki stayed in the centre for the morning and then she came home to make soap in the afternoon and we basically swap over in the afternoon. I go into the centre and do stuff and I basically worked on the podcast studio most of the time. We had, I think, a sound issue. And I think to resolve it, I had to basically erase everything and start again, which...
That's right, you did too.
Yeah. Good times. We're going to move to Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. Right. Worked from home in the morning and I I made soap the day before, and so I had to cut the soap, but I actually made another batch as well because I'm really, really low, and so I'm wanting to get my stores back up. We also had a plumber come in to change our kitchen taps and also the pipes in the kitchen. So our pipes don't go uphill anymore, which is quite amazing. Yeah, the wastewater. The wastewater now goes downhill. Yeah. So it's actually quite a funny experience now because we actually hear the water going out.
Yeah. So. El Salvador has this phenomenon where a lot of water goes uphill, apparently. So it's quite common in houses where the plumbing, unfortunately, is not the best. We're not the only ones to have experienced this. We're finding other people are telling us the same stories, which is quite funny. So anyway, this plumber, excellent job. He replaced the taps, which were corroded to pieces with a really good tap. Did a good tidy job and fixed the drainage for us, and we were happy with it.
Yeah, no, really good.
Really good. We've got some good service people here in Berlin, which is exciting. Yeah.
And then we had the Bitcoin pizza night, which was really cool. So we had a really neat group turn up. So we went to Family Pizza. We were able to pay with Bitcoin, and what I'm finding now is we're getting more and more new Berliners come along to these events and be part of it. It's not just the foreigners, it's actually locals are coming and joining in, and it's awesome. It's it's really hard to explain, but or describe, because the feelings that we're making new friends, people are really trying to, or getting the understanding of Bitcoin, wanting to celebrate Bitcoin and really want to be involved, and it's amazing.
Oh, it's cool. So, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to point out that when the flag gets to the Q&A section, we are going to answer any questions that you have in the chat. So if you've tuned in to see what we're all about, your opportunity to have your questions answered will be when the flag gets here, along the bottom. All right. We are going to talk about our podathon now.
Okay.
This was a very ambitious idea that Nikki basically came up with to celebrate the one year anniversary of Berlin, from when basically Evelyn and Hardo started onboarding businesses.
Yeah. You may find, as you get to know me more, I have this habit of just coming up with these ideas and going, oh, what about this? And and all of a sudden go, yeah, that's fine. And then poor James is the one that's left to put it all together.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Well, he has to do the technical stuff.
I do the technical stuff, yeah.
So the podathon, it is a 12-hour event. We are having hour slots. So we're going to have a different hosts each hour, and we're going to have 15-minute slots for guests. So we're going to have different guests speaking, as well as some downtime as well. This is an opportunity that we are going to be able to share what's happened here in Berlin. We're going to be able to share this, the support that we've had from different companies, different providers. We're going to be able to be out live on the streets. We're going to be buying Bitcoin, zapping, paying with Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, buying things, paying with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Exchanging value.
We're going to have the centre, the front room of the centre's going to be available. We're going to have the big screen in there. People are going to be able to watch it. We hope we're going to have some games. We're going to have some cake. I don't know. We're just going to have some fun. So if you are in El Salvador and would love to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. If you aren't in El Salvador and aren't able, or you're not able to come up, then please, you can tune in live. We will have time and spaces. We're hoping that we're going to be able to be open where people can zoom in. We will be having remote guests anyway, but we will be answering questions throughout the day as well.
So tune in, listen. It's going to be in English and Spanish, which is a great opportunity for you to practice your Spanish skills.
Yes, that's a good point.
So throughout the day, we'll be changing over people.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, we're going to have a variety of QR codes. The QR codes aren't related to James and myself; they're related to the Bitcoin Berlin centre. And this is a way we can raise funds to keep the centre going, to help with the volunteers, to help just provide the things that to keep it running.
The opportunity that comes out of this centre, out of this little town. I've been building the Alby QR code set up for the Berlin Podathon as well. That's why it looks a little bit prettier today, because I put effort into making it look a little prettier for the Berlin side. So things are working a bit better on it, which is exciting. So book out your Friday. It's going to be Central Standard Time, of course. All going smoothly. this is going to be great.
Yeah, so 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So just, an amazing array of people, guest speakers are going to be in here. It's not going to, you're not going to be, having to listen to James and I the whole time. No. Absolutely. We've got every hour, it's a changeover of different people hosting, which is so exciting because what it's offering, it's actually giving people opportunities to be in front of the camera, to be in front of the microphones, to have it go, wow, is this something I'd like to do? Because this studio that we've built here is now available for people in Berlin if they would like to come and rent it out and start their own podcast. I mean,
and visitors.
We've
got a guy here who's come up to visit, true. And he was like, I really want to record a whole heap of my my followers' questions. And I'm like, how do you want to broadcast it? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, we can just record it if you want. I mean, we've got high quality microphones and one good camera. That one's fuzzy. I don't know why that one's fuzzy. I can't fix it. But
until next week.
Until next month, we have our amazing benefactor is going to come in and bring amazing cameras. So this is going to the next level. If you want to come up and you want a high quality recording, personally, I think this is pretty good quality. It beats what we've got at home. The opportunity here for locals. Locals are going to get trained up on the desk, which is amazing. Editing software, the skills opportunity, the remote work opportunity, the ability to build a social, personal brand is going to be amazing. This center, not just this podcast, the podcast studio is just an opportunity to broadcast the amazing opportunities that are coming out of here.
Yeah. I know, right. It's really cool. Okay, move on.
Yeah, I think we really smashed that. All right.
And just remember, if you've got any questions, do put them in the comments and we will answer them when we come to the Q&A along the bottom. Okay, Thursday. Right, so I was based in the centre in the morning. James worked from home. I came home and I cut some soap up and stamped it. Because if you haven't seen my soap, it is cut and stamped with a Bitcoin. I've actually got a new scent too this time, which is quite
the gingerbread scent or a different scent?
Oh yeah, I've got that one as well, but no, different scent. Okay,
I call it gingerbread because it smells like gingerbread, but it's not gingerbread.
And then James and I both went back to the centre and we worked on. I've got a tour of the centre, but it's the podcast studio. I don't quite know what I was writing there. And then James walked on the tour of the centre. I'm not sure Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. I don't know if you've seen on our Twitter.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we did a really cool, a 2-minute tour of the centre. And so we did a couple of cuts. But we
took us an hour, just over an hour, which I think is pretty good. I mean, we got it basically in one cut, which was the objective. And I mean, it's done pretty well. It's done 15,000 views, which is awesome. It's out there. People are now seeing what's happening here in Berlin. We're telling people the opportunity that's in here, because it's really hard to share what's happening up here. And a lot of people are like, what's going on? Why are you so interested? And I hope that little tour video, if you haven't seen it, it was actually on last Friday's Berlin channel. There's a link to the subscription down below. You can go check it out. Or on our Twitter profile. We want to make more content like that where we show, now that Berlin has evolved after 1 year, we want to share more of these awesome things you can do for Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then James worked on the podcast studio, getting it ready for the live. And we ended up having a really late night here because there was all sorts of things that weren't working, and James was having to get them all ready. That's right, because we had our ready for the live for the next morning.
Yeah, we had the Friday morning live.
Yeah, and then when James and I went and had pupusas for dinner because it was late.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, Friday.
Yeah.
Friday morning, we're here nice and early and ready to go with our episode 3 in English from Bitcoin Berlin. So the link to subscribe again is in the description down below. I'm going to pump that bad boy. We were at 77 subscribers earlier. We're going for 100.
Yeah.
And it'll be really cool. It'll be our 4th video coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
Which will be awesome. Anyway, so Charlie, Nikki, and I were the guests, and we discussed what happened here, or hosts, I should say, and we were discussing what was happening in Berlin, which was awesome. It was like just a fireside chat. It was really good. And then we had Tim on the desk, which was really cool. Yes. Then we headed home. We had a video call with a family from Europe who wanted to know more. So we do offer private video calls, one-on-one. We also have an ebook. We sell that on the website for Satoshis only. I had somebody request to make a e-transfer for fiat, and they were like, just make it easy. And I'm like, well, all the websites that want credit card payments don't make it easy to set up a credit card payment. So it depends on your perspective. But yeah, I mean, you're coming to Bitcoin country. So I actually offer people who want to buy the book with Bitcoin free, what do you call it? Guidance on setting up, like getting a wallet, buying Bitcoin, going to cold storage, paying for the book. So anybody who doesn't have Bitcoin wants to come to El Salvador. I mean, part of it is using Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm rambling. And then we worked from home from the rest of the afternoon, and we had a beef back better steak, which was beef mince.
Yeah,
which was awesome. Yeah, it was great. Life's good on top of a volcano.
Life is really good. Yeah. Okay, Saturday. Right, so on Friday we were... the one thing actually that happened Thursday night, this was one thing I was meant to put in and I actually forgot about. We were all in the centre working on the podcast studio, and Charlie was in his office doing things, and all of a sudden the tourism board turned up.
Oh yeah, man.
And there is a photo in here actually. They had their sort of, I suppose... a annual meeting in a sense, where they had it fully catered, and we had the back room that was all laid out, and there was caterers in here, and they had a big meeting in the front room, and we were pretty blown away actually by what they could do, and what the centre can now be available for, which was really great to see.
It's huge.
But from that, we were invited to from the Mayor of Santiago de Maria to go up to a farm, finca, which is Finca El Tigre, and it's a coffee farm. But they also, they produce coffee, but they also produce moringa products as well. So that was pretty amazing. Now, they've got 27 manzanas they're currently subdividing into about 2,000 square metre blocks.
A disclaimer, we are not sales pitching for them.
No, we're not. No, I'm just explaining what we went and saw.
So this is not a sales pitch.
No. And so the subdivision's really interesting. It's up in the mountains. It's surrounded by bush. It's all cobblestoned roads. At the moment, I think they've got maybe 10 houses they've built, but all the houses are wooden. There. Yeah, are wooden. Yeah, all the houses are wooden. Most of them about 2 bedrooms, some single bathrooms and stuff. But it was just a really interesting tour to go and have a look. It ended up being a lot of the alcaldes came from Berlin, from Alegria, and from Santiago de Maria. So there was quite an entourage of people who all turned up. So it was a big day. James actually was at home. He didn't quite make it.
I had a day out.
Yeah, but very interesting place to go and check out.
Yeah, so I think what I took away from it, even though I didn't go, would be that there's a lot of money being spent in the region, and a lot of people are interested in what's happening here in Berlin as well. They noticed the foreigners, and they wanted the foreigners to come and see what they were doing. It's not quite what I thought the event was about. They were very cagey about telling us what the event was because they wanted it to be a surprise. It's not the kind of surprise that I'd probably sign up again for.
You didn't go.
No, I know I didn't go. But I don't like, I'm efficient with my time.
Quite interesting though, the finca has actually been in the family for 150 years. So and it's like cool. Hundreds of acres. Yeah. So or manzanas, should I say? So it's it's big, but it was really good.
Yeah.
So that was Saturday.
Which is cool. Okay, Sunday. Got up early and to work on the podathon, basically. Did I come in here first thing in the morning? When did I come in? I can't remember.
No, we did work first and then we came in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure why that's... sorry, I don't read all the notes fully before I get on here. Nikki takes care of it for me. It says that it mentions the podathon. Okay. Then we did the centre internet cable. So this room, I have re-crimped the cable in here so many times. All the other cables went fine to the point where I was like, a rat must have eaten the cable somewhere. So I've pulled the cable back and we're improvising with Charlie's cable until we fix it later. So that sucked up a lot of time. I've still got to do some testing for the podathon. I need to play with the speakers and remote cameras, and I'll be doing a lot of that.
This week,
yeah. because we're going to do all sorts of awesome things like streaming in from multiple locations and live on the street. It's going to be exciting. You're going to see the technical challenges and wonders that we can pull off here on top of a volcano. Then Nikki went out to check out the Eagle's Nest with Charlie. This is a new accommodation in Berlin. If you would like to rent a full house with furniture in it, ready to go, basically internet, water. That sounds funny, but it's true here in El Salvador. The Eagle's Nest is a place that you can rent for short or long term when you come and visit. Then we actually had Sandy Waves, who's a tour guide who lives down at the beach, come up with a group of tourists checking in from the United States, which was awesome. That's great to see. It's great that these tour guides, that Berlin is now on the map for these tour guides. It's like if you're going to visit things, you basically go and visit My First Bitcoin in the city. You go down to Bitcoin Beach to touch the shiny object where it all started, and then you come up to Berlin to experience an awesome circular economy.
Even that's a huge feat.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Oh, it's massive.
Because it's not easy to come up to Berlin. No. I mean, the roads are fine, but it is a long way. You know, it's a filter.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, if you want to do the run from Bitcoin Beach, it's 3 hours. And that's I mean, we do that comfortably 3 hours because we've done it so many times now. Yeah. But yeah, not trying to put anyone off. It's worth it. My personal opinion. So I think I helped shift some furniture up to the Eagle's Nest. I had a look.
You did?
Yeah, it was good.
It
was good. Then Nikki and I went to Cafe 303 for dinner, and we also talked to David and Marcella about a few things. We would like some local assistance with a couple of things that we've got. One of them is picking the approximately 500 avocados off our trees at home.
Yes.
So, Dave, if you want some avocados for guac, we know where there might be some. Yeah. Right.
We want to pick them before they fall, but they're really, really high. So yeah,
like 2+ stories high. Right, and that was pretty much our Sunday, which is awesome. So we're going to move to our Q&A section. If you have any questions and answers, put them in the chat now, because we're going to go through and we're going to have a look at what's going on. So, Mark of Bitcoin, thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We know that you're a big shot from the Simply Bitcoin crew.
Yes.
Support crew. So we appreciate you tuning in. And we genuinely are excited about you coming to visit. Yes. Super Pilotish, he actually sent us some big news this week. They have booked new tickets.
They've booked tickets for Adopting BTC. So looking forward to seeing you, catching up with you guys again here. It is really exciting. They're
going to spend most of their time in, drumroll please, Berlin. Man, we need a drum roll.
We do need a drum roll.
Yeah. There we go. In Berlin.
And one of those buttons. Once we learn how to use those buttons, we'll be able to have that.
There you go.
Ellie live. Yes, we are live.
From a volcano.
Yeah.
Mark, hola. SP, which is awesome. Rosie from Texas, hola. Fabian, hola. I'm just going to shout out while Fabian's in here. The NOSTR on Wednesday. Make sure you guys, if you want to learn more, if there are any NOSTR people here in El Salvador listening right now, make sure you go. I will get that out tomorrow as well, because it's on Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Wednesday night from 5 till 7 at the Bitcoin Embassy. Yeah.
Sorry, what has a question?
Rosie has a question.
Oh, Rosie does.
Okay,
yes.
All right.
Okay, so Rosie, Bitcoin and dollar are the only currencies in El Salvador? Question. Yes, they are. So the USD, US dollar, and Bitcoin are the only currencies here. Do you want to expand on that?
No, I was just going to say something smart-assed, but I thought, no, I won't. Correct, Rosie. Nikki is correct that the US dollar is commonly accepted, and the Bitcoin currency is meant to be accepted, but many places choose not to. So it's, it's meant to be legal tender, but not all businesses accept it. So anyway, Carlos, hey, how good can jobs be for English speakers in El Salvador? I'm coming at the end of June to know the lifestyle there. Oh, if you have a remote job, that'd be the best way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was going to say that too.
The other opportunity would be to start your own small business that caters to foreigners. That's a great way. For example, people like Dave with his pulled pork business. He's basically catering to foreigners, and he's got enough Spanish to sell at the local market here as well. Basically, you just need to know how to tell people the price and what your product is.
I think one of the great things of El Salvador is if you have an idea or concept that you would love to do in your own country that you're living now, and because of all the red tape, it just is too hard to do it, you can actually find that it's really easy to start it here. The only difficulties I would say are if you needed to get anything in from another country. That's the most difficult. But if you've got an idea and a concept that you can just use with your own hands or your own mind, then wow.
NOSTR Devs, El Salvador, building NOSTR skills in El Salvador. 2,100 sats. Awesome, thank you.
Yes. So, so that's what I would say is if you did, maybe look at what you could do that you could start your own business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to push on that while that notices over there, the super chat. This is a Bitcoin super chat, by the way. It's actually powered by NOSTR. Just in case anyone is curious what powers that. So Alby are building what are called NOSTR Wallet Connect products, which means that you can basically, no one can stop you from building these products and connecting your apps. So YouTube...
Oh, another avocado.
I probably need to be careful. I mean, YouTube probably would absolutely hate what we are doing right now. And that's why I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, this service is great, though. I mean, I can't complain about this free streaming service. This is pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do make ads off our products anyway, so that's all good. It's win-win.
Okay, market Bitcoin. Oh, thanks, guys. Looking forward to the trip. Yep, that's awesome.
Super pilot-ish. Dave's rocking the control board. He certainly is. He's doing a great job. This is pretty cool. Here we go. Sats for Nikki and James in El Salvador. 2,100 sats. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Man,
you.
that's awesome. And you guys are on fire right now. This is good. I need to build in more Easter eggs. I've been cleaning up the code, so it's easier to put Easter eggs in.
Yep.
Mark Bitcoin had a friend ask me, what are the on and off ramps for Bitcoin fiat in El Salvador? Berlin.
Peer-to-peer. We have got, I suppose in the centre we've got a peer-to-peer. This is the first point of call, I suppose. We then have also got a K1, so if you wanted to buy Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin through your K1. We also have an Athena ATM, so you can buy and sell Bitcoin through the Athena ATM.
Yep.
Yeah.
So also...
Oh, there's also Chivo.
Yeah, I mean, there's ATMs, which are an option. There are also cash groups on WhatsApp, or peer-to-peer groups on WhatsApp. So in San Salvador, at the beach, up here in Berlin. And then if you want to start talking about like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, there are tools that provide OTC desks. So I believe Blink just opened
yes, I was going to say.
OTC desk.
Yeah, they have.
And we have a couple of private connections which can do larger trades. And I think Athena have an OTC desk here. I know that who's the blue app that we use for the payments? EBOOK. I think EBOOK had one.
They had one, but are they still here?
I think they're still here.
Okay.
They just needed time, and then there was also Bitfinex. I think I'm not sure. They might put us onto somebody else.
Yeah.
So there's options, and it depends on how much you want, how often you want it, what you're buying. I mean, of course that. But the main point would be the banks are not your on and off ramps. Basically, it's dedicated institutions. Cool.
Yeah, okay. Alma, how are you doing, guys, in my country, El Salvador, Bitcoin land? We're doing fine. Look, we're in the Bitcoin Centre in the Bitcoin studio.
Yeah, we live on a volcano that mines geothermal energy, and then
this is James's new thing.
Totally
this is really James's new thing.
Seriously, I mean, this is crazy. We live on an active volcano that is being used to power a huge amount of electricity for this country, and they use it to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And it's got a Bitcoin circular economy on top of it.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
It's super impressive. This is nuts.
So when you come to El Salvador, you can't not come to Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually expanding the geothermal plant by 50%. It'll be, I think, twice as large once they're done.
Donato, hi guys, huge change with that studio sound and video are clear. Awesome. Thank you.
Other than this one. That fuzziness really eats me. It's a bit, it's okay.
Yeah, but you've got to look at that one.
Apparently we're changing. We're moving. We're getting signals. We're getting secret signals. It's cool. This is fun. Dave's doing a really good job. I really like his,
Alma, did you hear that Donald Trump talking about Bitcoin?
Talks cheap.
Yep.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's talking about pardoning Ross I mean, people can talk about pardoning Ross all they like, or they could do it. They can talk about Bitcoin all they like, or they could do it.
Just do it!
Yeah, I mean, Bukele's a just do it, man. I mean, look, this country, they banged out legal tender in under 90 days. They banged out the whole Chivo system, which for all its flaws, the Chivo system is excellent. It is basically a government, it's a typical government product, right, effectively. But, this is a government that's basically working with Bitcoin and providing services to the people to use Bitcoin. I mean, it's amazing. It's nuts. Yeah. First country in the world. Again. I live on top of a volcano. Right.
Donato, Nikki with Moringa, you can do soap and shampoo and soap. Check the benefits. Yes, since going there, I actually have been looking into it. So that will be one of my new bars coming out. I think I've sort of got this concept I'd like to do. So that could be quite exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elma, this is a guy YouTuber named Technoboka. Is Salvadorano living in the USA. He talks about Bitcoin a lot. Awesome. Okay. We'll try and check that out. I don't know of him. Carlos' message is gone. Donaldo, welcome, mate. Been a wee while. Carlos Escobar, yes, you can find a job in call centers, but I'll suggest working at home. That's what I do for US insurance company. Awesome. Yeah. That's a good point. Thank you, Donaldo, for pointing that out. That call center work is basically it's one of the higher paying jobs in El Salvador for English speakers. If you just want to do one of those jobs, if you want to get employed by somebody opposed to starting your own business, and starting your own business takes capital and time and effort. So,
yeah. Super Pilotish, yes, that sounds like a great idea. I'd be more than happy to pop in at the Podathon from Canada to talk about our visit to Berlin. What is the best way for someone to contact you if they want to be a guest?
The Bitcoin down in the description below, there is a link to the Bitcoin Berlin Twitter account and also the YouTube channel. You can subscribe, but contact the team via the Twitter account. The DMs are open and we can organise times.
Yeah, but for the Podathon, Super Pilotish, send us a DM because we'll get you in.
Yeah.
In the thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Carlos, thanks. We'll be working with family. A good start.
Work at home.
Since I have family there and no official qualification where I live now, and good at many things. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a jack of many trades. Tonight I will be fixing the towel rails.
Yes. Tonight or tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, no, tonight. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. It will be tomorrow. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm a DIY kind of person, even though I play with computers most of the time. I'm DIY on computers and around the home. I can do basic stuff. Yeah. Call in plumbers and electricians when it gets dicey.
Yeah. And Alma, good afternoon, couple. Are you able to go to the 1st of June for my president in San Salvador? Yes, it's the inauguration.
Yes.
On the 1st of June. It is open to the public. It is in San Salvador. We won't be making it there. We've got things to do before. We've got a little bit to do this weekend, so we won't be there. But I'm sure we'll be watching parts of it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to make a joke about the personal invite, but I won't.
Oh, look, we got a.
What are we looking at?
At Dina Tash, yeah. I love to trade stocks, Bitcoin. What is the platform?
Elma, yes, I love it. Yes, I love it. Okay. I love to trade stocks / Bitcoin. What is the best platform to trade Bitcoin in El Salvador? Will Coinbase trading platform be accessible? I mean, if you can sign up in a remote platform, sure, you can do it anywhere you want. You can trade on whatever platform you want. In regards to trading platforms, I mean, I'm not promoting any trading platforms. When we basically use Bitcoin as a currency basis, and the only sort of trading we do is peer-to-peer cash for Bitcoin and buying and selling goods and services. If you want to trade stocks, bonds and stuff like that, I'm sure you know good services that you can sign up to and do it. Just be really careful, right? If you follow us and we contact you and say, hey, you should sign up to our trading course, that is not us. Okay. And we're not going to ask you for hundreds or thousands of dollars to sign up to any stupid course to learn how to trade or anything like that. That is not us if these things come up. please don't pay those people, right? They're just going to take your money and they're not going to train you or help you or anything. They're just going to take the money and run. So just be careful, because we've had plenty of our own followers who have unfortunately paid these scammers. I try to block and report as many as I can. If you find them, let me know and I'll also report them. Elma, I like the way you sound when you... Yes, Berlin. I like it. I haven't been there in my country time. Enjoy my beautiful land. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We really appreciate that. El Salvador has transformed a lot in the last 2 years that we've been here, which is amazing. We cannot imagine what it was like beforehand. We can only hear the stories that people tell us. But there are a lot of Salvadoreños that come back and they see it and they're like, wow, this is really different. And I think the opportunity that's here now is amazing. This country's got huge opportunity with the branding that Bukele is putting in place globally to attract talent, capital, and for change things, in my opinion, for the better generally.
No, I'd agree. Absolutely.
Cool. All right,
that's us. So if there's no more questions, I think the biggest thing that we really want you to remember is subscribe to the Bitcoin Berlin SV YouTube channel.
In the description
below. We are going live for 12 hours. It's a big day for us. It's a celebration. It's a 1 year. It's going to be here in the podcast studio. It's going to get hot. I was thinking my glasses were fogging up earlier before. I was going, really? Oh no.
Okay.
And so, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, we've got so many people coming. It's just, it is going to be English and Spanish, different as different speakers come on, different hosts come on. And it's an experience for so many people to get in front of the camera and in front of a microphone. And I think that's what's really fun.
Yeah. One of the things that I think about this is just casual. One of the awesome things about this room, actually, is that we feel like we're in front of the cameras right now because it's just us talking to you guys specifically. But when we have our conversations in here over the last, watch the last few videos that we did, the one we did with Charlie, we were having a conversation with each other, and you forget that the cameras and the lights and everything are here. Yeah. And it's a really good experience.
Yeah. No, it is. No, it's really cool. And we'll be having people in. So
I want to say a massive shout out to Dave, Berlin Dave. Is it Berlin Dave? Not Bitcoin B Dave?
Bitcoin B.
It is going to be Bitcoin B Dave. All right, Bitcoin B Dave. With for the desk, you did an awesome job. I'm looking forward to reviewing the footage.
Looking at camera?
I'm looking at the screen. The studio is getting really awesome. We've got a little screen here so we can see the zaps that come in and see what's happening. We're getting flash. We're getting really flash.
Yeah, and I think, Dave, you've done an awesome job. Yes. So, we really appreciate it, all the help. So, it's really cool. It's
been kind of fun not having to worry about changing the flag along the bottom or anything like that. Yeah. Someone else is taking care of that. It was better than I expected.
And to Pilatish, thanks, guys. Great show. Thank you. Really cool having everybody come up and listen. We're really grateful. I mean, as James said, it's been 94 weeks. And the support's been huge.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do talk about it and go, my God, it must be so boring.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you very much. We're going to say goodbye, and Dave is going to end the stream.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday.